So today is May 1st, the opener for Colorado. There's an old four-wheeler trail up here, and the only people I think can access it are there's some private just below here. Look at these four-wheeler tracks. 2 to 3 weeks old probably. Look at that. Safe to say this spot has been poached. Oh, that's lovely, isn't it? What a bunch of losers. Well, I'll inform CPW of where this road is and that it is being accessed. There's only one place that can access it. Yeah, there's the four-wheeler tracks right there. Wow. What a bunch of losers. Unbelievable. Look at that. Huh. Oh, man. Oh, there's some old boot tracks, too. Well, that really irritates me. Yeah, it's been quite a while because the track that would have been made in the snow is already melted out, so probably definitely 2 to 3 weeks ago at least. Oh, that makes me so mad. God, what a bunch of punks. I ended up coming across their boot tracks multiple times while trying to grid out. Great bull sign. It's so frustrating. It makes 2 openers in a row where I've gotten beat out by shed poachers. And it's just so hard. But we will move on and we will prevail. Well, headed back to the truck. I'm gonna go to where my dad is. Coming down through all this, and I'm like, good God, something. Somewhere, just one brown. An elk, a deer, I don't care. Oh, it's not a brown. But I didn't get completely skunked on the opener. Really, really old chalker. Really old. That thing's been there for quite a while. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A little fiver. It's a nice little area. Kind of a southeast face slope. Well, I'm not skunked. That's great news. Admiring some elk carving work. Looking around. Yeah, there's no antlers. Getting ready to step over this log. Oh, yes. But there is. I found that other one kind of up there a ways. So I've been just kind of gridding this, going back to the truck. And the milk, they were in here pretty decent this winter. A lot of fresh places where they've been feeding. So I just keep gridding this, and maybe I'll just find the stuff from when we used to have real winters 10 years ago and they wintered this low and dropped. It's probably cow elk from this year, because all the bull sign was about 600 feet higher than where I am now. And I haven't seen any bull sign down here from this year. So I just keep kind of gridding this, and should be down to the truck here in just a little bit. It's over there. A little ways more, but not too far. Well, I just met up with my dad. I came up the road where I knew he was going to be going. My pickup is right there. He found a nice 6-point elk brown over there, just one side. So I'm just walking through. I'm like, oh, those are bull tracks. Those are, nice and squared off, good looking tracks. So I'm like, well, I'll come up here and, oh, hello, my friend. Oh, that is awesome. That is awesome. And he's old. He's been sitting here forever. What? Check that out. So nobody's walked this fence line. Okay. Well, I'm gonna walk the fence line and hook around. That's rad. I can't believe that. I hiked 9 miles and find a old Chalky 5 and a Chalky base. I walk 1 minute and already picking one up. That's awesome. I got a feeling. I got 4 hours. Well, just been kind of side hilling this. I'm right below. Where am I? Kind of below. Well, that might be another one. Hold up. I'm gonna have to pause this and bring up my glass. Okay, no, it was a branchler. It sure looked like an antler from here. Walking through here, and as you can see, it's pretty ugly. I've been coming from that way right through here. Just side hilling kind of along through here. And I just looked up, and I don't even know why, but I did. I've got one right there. That's amazing. It looks white, so we'll go see if it's a hard white or a chalk. But that's awesome. I'm just a few more minutes into this hike and already got another one dug up. That was a climb. Oh, what is this bull doing here? Like, this is nuts. Almost looks hard white. Like, look at this stuff. Oh yeah, that's a nice one. Oh, it's chalk. Darn it. Of course, being right here, nobody'd be looking up here. Like, look at this guy. He's crazy. Oh, he's got a pretty nice sword. Nice back end, really short, hooky third. But left side, huh? Man, you'd sure think his other side would be like right here somewhere. Yeah, that's not a bad bull, actually. Chalky, but that's okay. Well, wow, he's still got really good weight. Still good color on the downside. Man, he has incredible weight. He's probably at least 8 pounds, maybe 8.5. That's pretty darn decent for being a chalker. Here's his burr. Cool burr. Cool color on this side. Still heavy. Awesome back end though. Such a cool back end. Nice fifth. Good split from the main beam. Just that third. Not much of a third, like 8 inches. Really cool bull. Well, hopefully maybe we can find something else. Get into some more. I don't even think I'm 30 minutes into this hike, so this is cool. Still got a few hours. Plus I'll be walking the top. I kind of dipped down. So we'll see. Standing up here. Down over there, almost had a moose run me over. My dad is right up in here somewhere, and it came from that direction. I was down lower. It ran about 10 yards from me, which was pretty cool. But 2 years ago, we got an elk in here, and I happened to walk right up on where we got it. Right here, there was a whole herd of elk coming right along here, an entire herd, and walking right up through that way. And we had come from there and was side hilling up And we were, let's see, we were just like right down there. We weren't very far, somewhere between 30 and 40 yards. And she dropped right there, right where she stood. And quartered her out and packed her down to camp. So that's kind of cool to come up on this. But I think I might dip down off a little more down there, and because my dad will be coming from this top. No sheds yet this morning so far. It's kind of difficult pinpointing where these bulls were hanging out because we're not seeing a lot of sign of where they might have been hanging out. So it's a little difficult figuring out where they were, if they were higher than here. We know they weren't where we were yesterday, and we were a little bit lower. Were they really low? I don't know. I think they might have been really high. That's kind of where I'm headed. I'm going to be going up pretty high and hitting some south slopes where there would have been a bunch of snow. We'll see what happens. Well, we've been hiking for quite a few hours. Nothing. I mean, even sign is slim to none. So I got over to this really nice south face slope and been walking it, and crazily enough, I mean, there's good grass and stuff, but there's nothing in here. I mean, there's no sign of them being in here this last year or any previous years. And this is the only thing I can find. Oh, wow. An old chalk deer base. Man. I'll leave that in them trees. I mean, maybe I'll get into something. Maybe once I start getting a little lower on this face. I'm not sure. It's just pretty wild. But it's day 2 of the opener, and it's not going so good. Maybe we'll get lucky and find something. Well, I was clear way back up in there where I seen that chalky base. So then I started to kind of head this way, and I was just gonna hike up out of this area. There's no sign over there on that south face at all. Not even old. I was like, what are these animals doing? And then I was kind of walking up above, and I seen this big sage flat right over here. I was like, well, I'll go check it out a little bit, I guess. I've actually been getting into quite a bit. There's quite a bit of bull elk poop down there and deer poop. And I'm like, okay, it's starting to look a lot more heavy. And I was walking right down right there. And this little trail kind of comes right up here. You can't really see it, but I could see it. You can't see it on film. I was walking up in here, and I'm like, oh snap, yeah, there's a deer bed. I mean, there's more. That bull elk poop right there matches the time frame when they had been dropping. And I stopped right here, and oh, hello. So a buck was probably using this bed, and he was in here, and he popped off. That is so awesome. That is my first brown of 22. Ain't that insane? How many miles I have put on. So there's a lot of sign kind of up in this. So I think I'm gonna hike up. And I'm pretty sure this buck was hanging out in here. That's the left side, so. There's actually a lot of country right in here, and I've seen more bull sign and buck sign that will match the time frame of a month and a half ago when they were dropping to a month ago, or yeah, between a month and a half and a month ago. Oh, that is awesome. You have no idea how much relief that is. Well, let's pick him up. young guy. Look how beautiful that is. God, that is snow white. Gorgeous. Look how much rubbing. Look how he blades right here. He's gonna grow an extra right there maybe this year. He's got a little something right there. Wow, what a cool buck. It's actually pretty heavy for as little he is. He's probably a pound and a half. No eye guard yet. Boy, he sure was rubbing good though. Oh, what a gorgeous deer. That is so awesome. That coloring, that is just beautiful. What a gorgeous buck. Oh, thank goodness. Now I got a little bit of motivation. Okay, let's go. So I found that deer brown kind of way back around over there. Just been doing some lines, working over around to this east face. Was up there. I was like, well, it kind of starts to turn a little to the north, but I don't know. So I was like, well, I'll come down. And I was like, that thing down there kind of looks funny. Really, really old ragger. Super old. And that guy's been there forever. I don't know. I don't know what the next move is. I'm definitely going to do a lot more gridding. Hopefully could get into something. Well, my dad met up with me. He found a little 4-point brown deer as well. Left side also. And just kind of been making some loops. And this country's so good. There's so much deer poop in here. I'm like, there's way more than 2 deer in here. I'm actually making my last jaunt through here before I head up to meet with him, and we were leaving. And I was walking through here, and I saw that white burr. And honestly, I thought it was an elk because it's so big, but it's not. I looked at it with the binos, and it looks like an unbelievably sized deer shed. So I've got to I'm keeping my eyes open as I'm walking down through here, because I don't want to miss his other side. If it's right here somewhere. That thing's big. Oh, that's really big. I am just keeping my eyes peeled like you wouldn't believe right now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a nice one. Wow. He is awesome. Oh, that is such a cool buck. Oh, such a cool buck. Wow. That is an awesome, awesome buck. His back end is way bigger. His front didn't match his back, but man, that's a left. That's a left. So he could have just came from somewhere over here, or he could have been heading this way. We're gonna do a pickup on him just because he's pretty sweet, and then I'm gonna walk back that way for a bit, just a little bit, and see what I can find. All right, here we go. What a beauty. Man, he just rubbed like crazy. What a nice buck. His fronts right here just don't match his back. Oh man, all I could see was this and that, and I was just really, really freaking out. It's crazy because he started to crack right here already, but he's probably been laying out here for over a month and a half. But he's a brown. Still got the wax ring. Has hair everywhere. Look at that base. Oh, Man. Check out that eye guard. It's like in a funky spot. It's like offset. It should normally be like right here. It's kind of offset, which is really crazy. But look at his front. It just does a little crab. But that, God, look at that back end. And then his fronts are just tiny. Oh my God. This is a sweet buck. Beautiful white burr. Look at these points. Look at those. Check that out. Probably a 3, maybe a hair over 3-inch eye guard. Pretty good main beam. He just lost a lot here. But that is, wow. Okay. But there he is. This is a big boy. Set something like that. God. That's awesome. So I'm gonna look real quick and see if I can find his other side, and then really got to think about getting out of here. It's starting to get pretty late, and we're a ways back. Oh, probably 2.5 pounds. Yeah, probably. Pretty sweet though. Dang. Well, I found that deer brown just right over there. First I walked right down here, did a bit of a loop, and originally when I came, I walked kind of right up there originally when I was walking. And I was like, well, I'm gonna make one more pass kind of up in through these trees. There's a couple of piles of elk poop over here that look about the right age. You know what I mean? And I was just making my way through here, and I finally got it. Dude, I got it. Trying to find that giant deer, and I found myself a freaking 6-point elk brown. I wouldn't be surprised if his other side's right in here somewhere. To be honest with you, that's a right. Maybe he walked up somewhere through there. I don't know. Oh, that's rad. Got one. Hooey. What a journey. Well, here we are. Just found a stud deer shed, and oh, that feels good. That feels good. He's been doing some rubbing. Smaller 6. Dude, the miles that I put on to finally get into one, I am not going to complain. I wouldn't have complained if it was a super tiny one. I am so grateful to be able to find this. So grateful to finally be able to get into one. A burr. We love that fresh burr. Wax ring. A little bit of dried up blood on him still. The right side. Oh man. This is great. Monster mule deer, and then first elk brown within 50 yards of each other. Let's go, baby. DTO. Well, just having a sit down. Evening's winding down. I just did 600-foot elevation in 20 minutes. Just went straight up it. My dad took off a bit before me. He should probably be coming out right there somewhere, I'm guessing. And just enjoying this gorgeous meadow on this absolutely beautiful day. There was the pack for the day. Ended up with 3 browns, 2 mule deer, and 1 elk. I think I would like to hit that area again tomorrow, but we can actually hit it from a different access point, which won't be as brutal, and it looks like an area that we can have a high potential of finding a shed at any time. Looks like a really good feeding area. So that's what we're going to do, I think, tomorrow. And yeah, it's gorgeous. He ended the day with one deer brown. I also found a chalky deer base that I didn't film. So I found 2 chalk deer bases, then that one little ragger chalk. I hung them up in trees for the squirrels. Be kind to nature. And these ones definitely weren't going to get hung in trees. No hard whites today, though. That kind of really shocked me. Or no full intact chalk. That really surprised me as well. So
Bottom of the meadow.
He's at the bottom, so he's probably right over there somewhere. That's what I'm guessing. Anyways, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you have a great day. I hope you had an awesome hike, your last shed hunt, and we'll see ya. Well, and that was my opener. That was my May 1st, May 2nd. It didn't go according to the hopes and dreams that I had. It was pretty upsetting getting back in there and seeing the tracks, the boot tracks and everything, and they were old. But that big elk shed, that big kind of chalk one, that actually weighed a little over 9 pounds, so my arm scales don't work so well. And that big mule deer shed was actually exactly 2 pounds 8 ounces, so that thing was a toad. Measured out 77 inches. That was a nice one. I could never match it up. Dang it anyways. But that was my May 1st and May 2nd. It was a bit of a heartbreaker, but I found some stuff. Thank you everyone so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This has been DTO Outdoors. I'm Matt. Thank you so much. Give us that good old like. If you're enjoying the content, there's a bunch more. You can hit the subscribe and you can hit that notification bell, and it'll let you know when we upload one. Looks like we're cruising right about every 7 days on one with a short upload in between. So thank y'all so much. I hope that your last hike, and I hope that your next hike, your packs are so heavy you struggle to get them out.